Yeah, got out of the Vietnam War with medical and some other kind of excuse. And I'm looking at him now and I'm thinking, oh, what are you doing? You're doing the cross trainer. You're looking pretty healthy. You're doing a bunch of, but you weren't good enough then to go help defend your country. Okay, okay. It's worth looking into. I'm not going to judge him yet because I haven't read enough about it. But the way he talked about McCain, not acceptable to me. Not acceptable at all. To say that someone cannot become a war hero just because they were captured. That's what losers do. And I'm paraphrasing, but that's what he thinks. Let me explain something to you about people that get captured in war. The reason they're there in the first place is because they're winners. Unless they're forced to enlist, like Stalin's no retreat line, where you'd be shot if you tried to leave the front lines in World War II, if they volunteered to go into a combat situation if necessary and ended up in one and got captured, they're already a hero. If they didn't get captured, they're already a hero. Now, someone who snaps and walks off the base and goes AWOL, or like the guy did in Afghanistan, walked off the base and started shooting innocent civilians, you're going to have that. We're a pretty big population. When you look under the bell curve, you'll find most of us out there at the edges. You're going to have the crazies, okay? And crazies can get into the military, and crazies can get into your company, and crazies can get into your circle of friends. So don't be surprised when shit happens sometimes. But for the most part, it is the people that show up to defend their country or promote its interests that are the heroes, because they are willing to die to protect their country, and they prove it. Now, there are plenty of people that never sign up or try to sign up and get rejected that are still willing to die for their country, or at least they believe they are. It's hard to tell until you get in there. And I want to see you go through basic and get in your job, and then I'll know, yeah, you're there. But if you couldn't, I can't be sure you wouldn't die to defend your country. I'd have to see something happen. I mean, how many regulars did we have when America won its independence? I mean, how many of these people in the Civil War, in America's Civil War, its bloodiest war of all, were really trained soldiers? They showed up to fight for what they believed in. And unless a group or organization believes in evil shit, I have to respect them for showing up to defend, especially a country. Once you get into these terrorist groups and freedom fighter groups, motives are shifty. Have you noticed? If you find 6 here on one side of a country and then 8 here that's over in another country, hard to see that they're all kind of on the same page. So you start wondering, okay, what are they fighting for? Could just be more personal gain than anything else. Could just be something to do. But someone who signs up for a military of their country, goes through the basic training, makes it through, and then ends up in a war theater, they're already a hero in my book. Now, what they do afterward, it will also define them, okay? And having this discussion with Noel, I notice he thinks that John McCain's a crook, and he was never a hero, and he loves Donald Trump, and I think Donald Trump's a psychopath, to be honest with you. I think his motivation lied in power and money. Power and money. Didn't matter who he had to run over to get it. Doesn't matter now who he has to run over and get it. I want you to read about him, because if you go and you push that button or you pull that lever and you vote for Donald Trump, I want you to know exactly who you're voting for. Look up what he said. Look up what he thinks. And remember, there is no country on this planet that is going to be run effectively like a business. It just can't happen. You're completely discounting social issues. You're completely discounting foreign policy issues. You cannot just focus on commerce and think you're going to save a country. Doesn't work. It's a bigger ball than that. So anyway, I'm not going to try to talk you. Let me tell you this, and I'm going to say this from my heart. If you vote for Donald Trump, you're a fucking idiot. Okay? And I mean that sincerely, and I'll say it again and again, because he has no idea what he's doing. Is he good at running businesses? I guess. Is he good at investing and making some money? Maybe. I mean, he's filed for bankruptcy. He's been, uh, look at his record. Look at the whole record. And I've got some more reading to do myself. But one thing I do know is John McCain, whatever fuck ups he made, he got on that carrier, he got in that jet, and he went into enemy territory. And he had to bail out. And he got captured. And he was tortured. And the people that are arguing with me right now about this are using sources like The Guardian. Stop for a second. You're going to use The Guardian as a source to tell me that John McCain didn't go through what he claimed he went through and what other POWs also claim he went through. You're going to tell me that. See, now I got to start asking you about how you value sources. And that's what I had to ask Noel about. So credit to Apocales for setting this fire. He put me and Noel together because he knew there would be a clash. And until you get valuable sources, reputable sources, I can't listen to you. I just can't. There's too much information out there. If you come at me with some reputable sources, ones that have been tried and are known to be true, now we can have a debate. Maybe you know more than me on something, okay? Now we can have a debate. But what Donald Trump said about John McCain, and I just want to read you the specific here. Here's what's up. And you know, he doesn't believe Obama was born in the U.S. And I'm just looking at all of this sad shit that he said on the John McCain thing. He said, "Now listen, and this is him talking. I'm gonna quote. I supported him for president. I raised $1 million for him. That's a lot of money. I supported him. He lost. He let us down. But you know, he lost. So I've never liked him as much after that because I don't like losers. He's not a war hero. He's a war hero because he was captured. I like people that weren't captured. Okay, I hate to tell you, he's a war hero because he was captured. Okay, and I believe perhaps he's a war hero, but right now he said some very bad things about a lot of people. In that paragraph, the man is jumping around like a frog in a microwave. And if that's the way he thinks, how do you think he's going to run as the commander-in-chief of arguably, I have to say arguably now, the most powerful country on earth? What's great about Donald Trump, and there's only one great thing about him, is that that thing on top of his head can be used to save children stuck down a well. And I need to give him credit for that. Listen, Donald Trump, if he's elected president and he walks under Marine One, we're going to have a disaster on our hands. All right? You know the chopper? Think about it. He's got the thing. It's like I don't know what that is. It's like several animals, but also a small town on top of his head. It's going to go, the Marine One chopper, the rotor starts. Oh no, Donald Trump's being flung about. There go his shoes. His shoes hit the family dog. And now the dog is hurt. His wife is screaming. She doesn't know what to do, so she's stripped down and gone into kind of this sort of flashback of a terrible time in her childhood, so that's terrible. Yeah, that's not going to work either. If you're thinking on the Republican side of things, look at people that make sense. Look at people that have a good record to run on. Look at people that have a good plan for the country that aren't psychopaths. And there are quite a few out there that, I'm not saying one of them will for sure get my vote right now. I'm waiting to see all the dirt come out. I'm waiting to see the debates. I want to see who makes sense for this time in our history. I'm looking at Bernie Sanders. I'm looking at Marco Rubio. I'm looking at Jeb Bush a little bit. I don't know. I'm afraid of name recognition. I feel like we're swamped in Clintons and Bushes. I just feel like we drowned, past tense of drown. There's no such word as drowned. See how I help you on my show? That's what I do. And wow, Batman, save your city. Oh, dog. Yeah, we could have a little bit of that. I don't really want Hillary in. She doesn't feel genuine to me. She just doesn't. She doesn't feel genuine, and people that don't feel genuine, I don't know about you. Maybe you look for something different in what you want for a leader. I need someone who is real, because then you don't have all the guesswork. You can look at them and you can listen to them and you can say, okay, I know there's some politicking going on here, but I think this person basically speaks the truth. And if you look at find whichever fact-checking site you like that you respect, and take a look at the ratings, the report cards, and they're not exactly like linear accuracy, because some people have only been checked on 6 things and they were kind of obscure things. Others have been checked on 40 things and they were mainline issues. So you really can't compare there. You have to just do your research. And what I find out is that the people that are the most genuine, the ones that tend to lie the least, tend to be the most effective. Wonder why that is. There seems to be a correlation there, huh? You don't think it's causation? Maybe it's not. But there is a correlation between someone who's genuine, who is patriotic at their heart, and who does a good job. I don't know. That's been my experience. So today's episode was called Internet Friends and Screw Trump. And frankly, Donald Trump's a dick. He's an idiot. You know what he is? You know what he is to politics? He is what Don King is to boxing. That's exactly what he is. And I want you, as you think about that, and we get ready to part ways here, to also listen to this.
Do it now, lick it good, suck this pussy just like you should.
All you ladies, pop your pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. All you ladies, pop your pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack. My neck,
His neck,
my back,
his back,
lick my pussy and my crack.
his crack.
First you gotta put your neck into it. Don't stop, just do it, do it. Then you roll your tongue from the crack back to the front, and then you suck it off till I shake and come, nigga. Make sure I keep busting nuts, nigga,
Face.
all over your face and stuff. So head, show me so much love. My neck,
His neck,
my back,
his back,
lick my pussy and my crack.
his crack.
My neck,
My neck,
my back, lick my pussy and my crack. Lick my pussy, Bobby. You might roll dubs, you might have G's, but fuck that nigga, get on your knees. Try me, I'll make you see. Your bitches ain't got shit on me. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack. My neck,
his neck,
my back,
his back,
lick my pussy and my crack.
his crack.
My neck,
His neck,
my back,
his back,
lick my pussy and my crack.
This is Don Imus. You're listening to Truth on Tap with host Kevin Kierstead. You're gonna like it, or I'll kick your ass.
Truth on Tap is now flowing from iHeartRadio. Get your Kierstead fix by Googling Truth on Tap with Kevin A. Kierstead. All the truth you can handle running hot on iHeart, Facebook, Spreaker, and more. You want the truth? You can't handle the truth on Tap.
Bajank.